Hey guys, welcome back to EZ Farms. Today we're going to be taking a look at our infinite bone meal farm. It's pretty straightforward and simple. Here's a list of the materials you're going to need. A stack of blocks, 2 stairs, 6 sand, 2 composters, 6 glass panes, 4 signs, 2 chests, 2 pistons, 4 sticky pistons, 3 observers, 2 redstone repeaters, 4 hoppers, 1 lever, 2 redstone torches, 13 redstone dust, 2 kelp, and a couple of buckets of water. It's probably a good idea to have a little extra kelp, some extra redstone, some extra sand as well as some extra glass just in case things break or you need to replace them. Okay, once you have those items in your inventory, you're going to want to find a nice open spot to build your farm. You are going to want to build this farm fairly close to where your home base is or where you're going to be spending a lot of time. It will run AFK when you are nearby just fine. However, if you leave the area, it will break, so you'll have to shut it off before you leave. This farm will work perfectly in bedrock 1.21, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, the first thing you're going to want to do is dig yourself a 2x2 hole that goes 2 blocks deep, and dig one more block off the corner like this. In this hole, we're going to place 2 sticky pistons facing upward at the front of the hole, just like that. Okay, once you've got that hole dug, the next thing you're going to want to do is to construct your redstone clock. So we're going to come from this block here in the corner of the 3x2. We're going to move out 2 blocks and place down a solid block. You're going to want to place another one on top of that, one on the back of that upper block, one on the front, and then you can break the block in between. Here's what you should have. Next thing we're going to do is place a lever on the front of this contraption, and we're going to make sure we flick that to off. We're then going to want to place a redstone repeater on the middle block facing this direction, like so. Go ahead and give that 1 tick. You want to make sure it's in the second position. Then we can place a redstone torch underneath the lever on the front of the middle block, and then just a redstone dust underneath the back block, like so. Once we flick that on, you'll see it should be pulsating like this. And that's working perfectly. Excellent. Next thing we're going to want to do is place a redstone repeater off the side of the middle block facing our sticky pistons like this. We're going to want to also set that repeater to 1 tick. We're going to take some more redstone dust and run it down to these 2 pistons here. They should extend upward like that, and if I go and click this lever on, they should pulsate just like this. Okay, once your redstone clock is working as it should and those 2 pistons at the bottom are extending, we're going to go ahead and come to the back of the redstone clock here and place 2 more solid blocks off the back block like so. We're then going to take 2 more sticky pistons and place them facing the front of the machine just like this. Then we're going to come over to the top and place down redstone dust all along this back line. Those 2 pistons should extend, and if we go ahead and flick the clock back on, you should see them extending just like that. Okay, once your redstone clock is working as it should and both sets of these pistons are extending, we're just going to go ahead and place 2 more blocks in front of these pistons like so. And then we're going to take our observers and a redstone torch. Now off the side of this piston on the top, we are going to place a redstone torch right on the side just like that. It should turn off automatically. We're then going to come on top of our pistons, and we're going to start placing down 3 observers in a vertical stack facing downward. So go ahead and just stand on this piston, jump, and we'll put down 3 in a tower just like that. All 3 of the arrows on the side of the observers should be facing upward. Okay, once those observers are in place, we're going to go ahead and take our last 2 pistons, and we're going to place them facing forward on the top observer just like so. Make sure that they're pointing forward. Okay, we're then going to build up to the top, and we're going to go ahead and place 3 redstone dust right across the top, just like this. Okay, and that pretty much wraps up the redstone components of this build. If you flick on the redstone clock, you should see all 3 sets of pistons extending at different times, just like this. Okay, the next thing you're going to want to do is we're going to place in all of our sand. So we're going to go ahead and start with 2 sand on the top of the bottom sticky pistons, 2 sand in front of the middle sticky pistons, and then 2 more sand on top of the extended bits of the middle pistons, just like this. Okay, now that your sand is in place, the next thing we're going to want to do is build up the walls around. We're going to start with 2 blocks off the observers under these pistons like so, as well as 2 more off the front like this. We're going to build off the side of the sand 1 and come out 2 more from there. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to come back up to the top. And we're going to build up 2 more blocks from there on all 3 of the blocks we just placed. On on both sides as well. Okay, we're actually going to want to come up one more from there on each side. We're going to go ahead and take our stairs now. We're going to jump down into the machine and place these stairs facing downward from this corner here, just like that. Then going to go ahead and take our signs and our glass panes. We're going to put the signs on these central blocks here on the top, on the middle, and then the same thing on the other side. We can then go ahead and take our glass and we can build them straight down from the sides on either side. Okay, now that you have your glass panes in place, it might be a good idea to build yourself a little staircase up to the top, just so you can reach the top of the machine a little bit better. All we're going to want to go ahead and do next is to place our water inside these stairs. We're going to go ahead and waterlog them. The water should flow down past the signs and then push out the bottom just like that. We're going to go ahead and do that to both stairs. And now that water should be flowing just like you see here. Make sure it hasn't come out the back. We're all good. Okay, and the last couple steps are just going to be to place your kelp on these two sand blocks right here. Just one there and one there. Then we can come around to the front of the machine, place down our two composters in front of these sand blocks, place down our chests in front of the composters and one block forward. Thank you. And then we're going to want to go ahead and place our hoppers. You're going to want to go ahead and crouch down, place them on top of the composters just like that. Make sure that the spouts are pointing into the composters. Then we can come around the back of the chest and place two more underneath the composters facing into the chest. Make sure again these spouts are facing into the chest. Okay, and that's our machine done. So what this machine does is updates the tick rate of the sand block here at the top by moving this sand in and out from underneath it. When that happens, it makes the kelp grow near instantly, and then the top pistons simply break the kelp. The kelp gets pushed by the water down and into the hoppers there. The hoppers then feed it into the composters, and these hoppers feed out of the composters into this chest. So we can go ahead and click on our machine and make sure everything's working properly. And there you will see kelp just pouring out of the machine straight into the composters, into these hoppers, and then into the chest. It does take a few kelp to make one bone meal, so you will see that chest start to fill up there. Okay, so we just ran a few tests. We found that we were getting about 10 or 11 bone meal per minute, so that's easily over 600 bone meal an hour. And like I said, you can just leave this machine running all the time as long as you're nearby. If you do plan on leaving the area, just make sure you turn the machine off first by clicking this lever, and then it won't be broken when you come back. Every now and again, the bottom kelp will break. I'm not sure why. It just happens sometimes. All you got to do is just come back up top, replace the kelp, and then turn the machine back on. If the sand beneath is ever broken because you left the area and didn't turn the machine off, all you got to do is just follow the instructions again, make sure the sand and pistons are placed correctly, and it should be good to go. Alright, and there you have it, guys. There is your automatic bone meal farm. This has been EZ Farms. Thank you so much for watching. Go ahead and like and subscribe.